The guitar, it's a great instrument. It's fun. It's wonderful. Once you learn to play it a little bit, you can keep going with what you know and just keep adding and accumulating skills and techniques, and it could become a really awesome thing to play. But you know, sometimes, to be honest, it can be frustrating, right? It can get frustrating to play this thing, you know, at certain times. You can downright feel like you want to quit at times. And I've been thinking about this a little bit lately. To be honest, lately, I've been really tired and busy at work, and there hasn't been a lot of time for guitar, and unfortunately for this channel lately. But I'm trying to get back into the swing of things for both things, because both playing and creating this content is really important to me. And I want to help whoever watches it to gain some insights of, how can I say, to think about playing in a way that's going to really make them mature as a player. Let's put it that way. But I've been thinking a little bit lately about how when I was about 16 or so, I started playing guitar really at 15, but it was just like I took a class in school and I learned like the notes, the first 3 frets and all of that. You know, the notes that are in the first 3 frets. But you know, that wasn't that cool, to be honest. And I kind of put it down for a little while, but I kept taking classes in school. Eventually, I had a half-decent working guitar at home, and when we started doing chords in school, that was pretty awesome, because now I found I could play actual songs, even if they didn't quite sound exactly like the real thing. And again, if there's noise in the background, I apologize, because some construction going on in my neighborhood right now. But, yeah, man, this thing can get frustrating at times. And when I was 16 or so, I started to do all the scales, you know, the diatonic scales. And, you know, I just started to feel like, man, this thing is boring, you know? Like, I kind of, like, really got into this thing because I like music, but I'm sitting here doing all these stupid drills for countless hours. And, I don't know, it's like I started to lose my steam. I started to lose my joy for it. And, you know what? I decided to push through that. And it's one of the best decisions that I ever made. And I guess that's what I really want to talk about very quickly in this video. It's just that sometimes when you're trying to pursue something that really matters to you, or even like when I was 16, it didn't really seem to matter that much to me. It was just like a thing I was doing as a hobby at the time. And things start to feel dry, you know, they start to feel like, this sucks, I don't want to do this anymore. Let me go on to the next thing. It pays off to stick with it, you know. I decided, I don't know why I'm doing this, but let me just keep practicing these little finger drills or whatever. And you know what? With time, the more and more time I spent with it, and the more things got easy, and the more I got into music, I just really started to fall in love with this beautiful instrument, you know, all the more. And honestly, I can't live without it at this point. So if you're out there and you're struggling, if you're where I was when I was 16, I want to encourage you to push through it, you know. Any skill that's worthwhile has things that you have to learn that are boring, okay? Right now, my wife is going back to school, and she's trying to study to be a nurse, and she's looking at all this boring stuff. But you know what? In the end, if she perseveres and she sticks through it, she'll be able to do what she really loves, which is work with people and help them. Likewise, with this thing, if you get bored with it, but you stick it out and you go through the boring stuff, you'll be able to do what you love, which is really express yourself musically and to bless others with whatever it is you have to say through that you can't really say necessarily in words, but you can say through music. And that's why I keep playing, because it's a joy for me to be able to share with others and to experience the music for myself and to kind of get things out that are pent up inside that I can't in any other way. And for that reason, I'm currently trying to get back at it and to apply myself and to do some boring stuff that I don't really want to do, so I can get even more freedom on the instrument. Anyway, I hope that encourages you a little bit today. Just something I've been thinking about a little bit. And remember, keep playing. Have fun with the guitar, you know, and it will pay off. It will be worth it in the end. It's not just about all the flashy stuff. In the end, maybe you can put on, you know, a flashy performance for somebody at some point, or maybe you can even make a living doing that at some point. But for right now, just you know, focus on your inner game, work on what's inside here, and stick through the boring stuff so that playing can become a fluent thing that just flows out of you and be a joy. All right, take it easy.